Today's lesson, problem solving, will focus on drawing a picture and writing an equation to solve word problems. This is lesson 10 in topic 1 of 4th grade Envision. The guiding question for this lesson is, how does drawing a picture help you solve a problem? There's one term for this lesson's vocabulary. Please copy it and its meaning down in box 1 of your homework sheet. Let's begin with the problem-based interactive learning. Please complete it in box 2 of your homework sheet now. You may pause the video. Let's begin. Sarah has 2 pets. Her cat Max weighs 8 pounds. Her dog Pete weighs 6 times as much. How much does Pete weigh? Draw a picture and write a number sentence to solve the problem. I'm going to begin by underlining the question, so I know what I'm looking for. How much does Pete weigh? So I do not know how much Pete weighs. That's what we're looking for. Now I'm going to put a circle around the information that I do know. So I do know that Max weighs 8 pounds. I also know that Pete weighs 6 times whatever Max weighs. So I have that information circled. Now I need to take this information and I need to pull it out of the problem so I can work with it. I'm going to begin by making a bar, which is my picture, of the 8 pounds that Max weighs. So there's my bar, and I'm going to mark it or label it. Sorry, I'm going to go blue. 8 pounds. And the lowercase l, BS, is the abbreviation for pounds. So Max weighs 8 pounds. Now I need to draw a bar that is 6 times as much or 6 times greater. So that means that Pete's bar is going to be very big. This bar on the bottom is 6 times greater than the bar above it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to label this bar Pete. I do not know how much Pete weighs, but what I do know is that this bar needs to be broken into 6 parts because it's 6 times greater. So anytime I have an even number, I'm going to start with breaking it in the middle first, as best you can. And then if I put 3 on this side, 3 parts on this side, and 3 on that side, I'll get 6. So thirds would be, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The sizes, the portions should be close. Okay, so as you can see, those are fairly close to the size above it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each section is 8 pounds. So if I take my 6 groups of 8 and write a number sentence, I get 6 times 8 equals, and I know my basic facts for 6 is an 8, so 6 times 8 is 48. Pete weighs 48 pounds. And that's how you use a bar diagram, which is our picture, and a number sentence to solve a word problem. Let's take a look at the next one. A helmet was on sale for $11. A skateboard costs 8 times as much as the helmet. How much would it cost to buy the helmet and the skateboard? Draw a bar diagram and write a number sentence to solve the problem. I'm going to begin by underlining the key information in the problem. So let's start with how much would it cost to buy the helmet and the skateboard? And that's important, that I need to know that there are 2 things that I'm looking to find the cost of. So those 2 things together. The other information that I find in the problem is that the helmet, costs $11. And the skateboard costs 8 times as much. So the bar for the skateboard is going to be 8 times larger than the helmet. So let's go ahead and start with drawing our bars. So here's the first bar, and this is going to represent the helmet. So let me go ahead and label. Sorry about that. It's $11. And now I need to draw the bar that represents the skateboard. And as you can see, this bar is 8 times greater than the helmet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to label that bar skateboard. And this one we do not know the cost of. But what I do know is that this bar has 8 parts because it's 8 times as much. So if it's an even number like 8, we start in the middle, we break it there. If I put 4 sections on this side and 4 on that side, I would get 8. So let's see, I'm going to do half and then half. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so half and then half, and that's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times greater than the one above it. And so each section is $11. Okay, so there are 8 11s. 8 groups of 11 equals 88. $88 is the cost of the skateboard. Okay, am I done? No, I need to find the total cost because I'm looking for the helmet and the skateboard together. So that would be the $11 plus the skateboard, which is 8 times the 11. So that would be 88 plus 11. So 1 and 8 is 9, and 1 and 8 is 9, for a total of $99. Okay, let's look at the last problem that we're going to work on together. Write an equation to help you. Manuel has a collection of coins, all of which are nickels and quarters. He has 8 nickels and 3 times as many quarters. How many quarters does he have, and how many coins does Manuel have in all? So let's begin by underlining some of the key information. First, I need to find what I need to look for. How many quarters? So the first thing I need to do is look for the number of quarters. And then I need to look for coins in all. So I have 2 separate questions I have to answer. So now I'm going to go up to the word problem and I'm going to look for information to circle. Manuel has a collection of coins, all of which are nickels and quarters. So that's good to know. So I'm going to circle that. All of the coins are, nickels and quarters. Also, he has 8 nickels. That's important. 8 nickels. And 3 times as many are quarters. So those 2 pieces of information are important. I'm just going to write the number 3 here. Okay, 3 times as many. So now I need to draw my bars to represent the information that I do know, which is the 8 nickels. So I'm going to draw my bar, and I'm going to label this bar nickels. Okay, and I know that there are 8 of them. 8 nickels. Now I have to represent the bar that is 3 times greater than this, which means the bar in the bottom is going to be larger because it's 3 times greater than 8. And that would show me the quarters. Okay, so there's the bar for the quarters. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to label that bar quarters. Okay, this we do not know. But what I do know is that this bar is divided or split into 3s. So let's see, there's 1 section, there's 2, and there's 3. each of which is 8. So I have 3 groups of 8. So let me go ahead and write my number sentence. 3 groups of 8 equals, and I know my multiples. So 3 times 8 is 24. So he has 24 quarters. So how many coins does he have in all? That would be all of the quarters and all of the nickels, which would be 24 plus 8 more. 8 and 4 is 12. Let's do that again, sorry. 12. And 1 and 2 is 3. So 32 total coins in all. And that's how you use a number sentence and a bar diagram to help you solve word problems. Don't forget that I'm also using other strategies like underlining and circling key information in the problem to help me solve the word problems. Be sure to use these strategies when you're working independently. Please complete this problem on your own in box 3. And to connect to the concept, how does drawing a picture or diagram help you to solve a problem? Be sure to use an example to show what you mean. And if you have any questions or ideas to share, please bring those to class tomorrow. That's all for now.